Okay, so have you ever walked into a store for like just one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then somehow you end up at a checkout
Yeah.
with a basket full of stuff you never even planned on getting?
Oh, all the time.
Right. Today we're doing a deep dive on how that happens.
Okay.
The sneaky world of point of sale, or POS, procurement.
Uh-huh.
We're using this article, Procurement for Point of Sale Items, Best Practices, as our guide.
Sounds good.
It's like aimed at marketing pros,
Right.
but we're going to break it down so it's useful for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you've never set foot in a marketing meeting in your life.
Exactly.
Because we've all been the victim of a well-placed candy bar at the checkout.
Oh, yeah, that's the classic.
Right. So first off, when we say POS, what exactly are we talking about? It's more than just like sale signs.
Oh,
Right?
way more. Okay, what else is there?
POS is basically anything designed to catch your eye and get you to buy something right then and there at the point of sale.
Uh-huh.
So think of those tempting displays at the end of aisles.
Yeah. Or little stands giving out free Serpil.
Oh, yeah.
Even those banners hanging from the ceiling. If it's screaming, buy me, chances are it's a carefully planned TOS item.
So it's like they're building an obstacle course
Kinda, yeah.
specifically designed to make me spend more money.
Well, they're not necessarily trying to trick you. It's more like they understand how our brains work.
Okay.
Like, have you ever noticed how the products they really want you to buy are always at eye level?
You know what? Now that you mention it, I do tend to grab stuff from the middle shelves.
See, it's not a coincidence. It's a classic POS tactic.
Wow.
They know most people will just grab what's easiest to see.
Ye-
And it gets even deeper.
Oh, no.
They use things like scarcity and loss aversion,
What's that?
like limited time offer signs or displays that show there are only a few items left.
Yeah, yeah.
It creates a sense of urgency,
Okay.
makes you think you'll miss out if you don't buy it now.
All right, I'm starting to feel a little manipulated here.
But it's fascinating, right?
It is.
It's like they're playing mind games with us.
So how do they even come up with this stuff? Like, is there a playbook for this POS persuasion?
Well, the article lays out 8 key steps for POS procurement.
8 steps.
It's like their blueprint for building a shop of persuasion, you could say.
Okay, I am definitely intrigued. Let's break it down step by step.
All right, let's do it.
What's the first move in setting up this shop of persuasion?
First, they figure out their objectives. Like, what are they trying to achieve with these POS items?
Okay.
Are they trying to boost sales for a specific product,
Mm-hmm.
launch a new brand,
Right?
or just get people excited about a promotion?
So basically figuring out what they want us to buy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like setting the target for their persuasion mission.
Makes sense.
Right.
But wouldn't they have to think about who they're trying to persuade?
Absolutely.
Like, different people are persuaded by different things.
Exactly. That's where understanding their target audience comes in. You got to know who you're trying to reach because what works for one group might not work for another.
Right?
A pause display that gets teenagers excited might not do anything for, say, senior citizens.
That's true. You wouldn't use the same approach to get my grandma to buy a video game.
Exactly. You got to consider things like age, lifestyle, even cultural background.
So it's like more than just slapping up a flashy sign.
Oh,
They
yeah.
really have to understand how different people think.
They're basically tapping into our psychology.
Wow, this is getting deep.
Oh, we've only just scratched the surface.
Okay, well, I'm ready to dive deeper.
All right.
What's the next step in building this shop of persuasion?
So once they know who they're targeting, they need to find the right suppliers.
Suppliers.
Yeah, like the designers, manufacturers, the people who actually make the POS stuff.
So it's like assembling a team.
Exactly, like a team of specialists for a top secret mission.
But instead of stealing jewels, they're stealing our hearts and wallets.
Haha, pretty much.
So finding the right team is step 2.
Yep.
What comes next?
Next, they got to create a detailed brief.
A brief? What's that?
It's basically a blueprint that outlines exactly what they need from the suppliers.
Okay.
It's where all the nitty-gritty details go. Design, timelines, budget, materials, everything.
So this is where it gets down to the specifics.
Yeah, it's like writing the script for their POS heist.
All right, the plan is coming together.
Exactly.
You've got the target, the team, the plan.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
Well, now it's time for negotiations.
Oh, so this is where we put on our poker faces and start haggling for the best deals. Yeah, time to channel our inner negotiator and get those volume discounts maybe.
Uh-huh. Yeah, got to get the best deal, right?
Exactly. But,
It's not just about the price, though.
right.
You also want to build a good relationship with your suppliers.
Oh, okay.
Make sure they really understand your vision for the shop of persuasion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want everyone on the same page.
Working together.
Exactly.
Okay, so the team is ready, contract signed.
Mm-hmm.
Now we wait for the magic to happen, right?
Now we move into production.
Production, okay.
The actual creation of the POS items.
Oh, so this is where those designs become like real things.
Exactly. The displays are built, the messages are printed.
I see. This is where we find out if our shop of persuasion is going to work.
Well, even with the best plans, sometimes things go wrong.
Oh, right.
The article mentions contingency plans.
Contingency plans.
Yeah, like what if your supplier suddenly goes out of business?
Oh, that would be bad.
Or a shipment gets stuck somewhere.
Makes sense. Got to have a backup plan.
Always.
So what are some things to watch out for during production?
Well, quality control is super important.
Right, you don't want shoddy displays.
Exactly. Imagine you spent all this time on a great design.
Yeah.
Then it arrives and the colors are wrong.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
It happens.
Okay, so we need to, like, stay involved.
Definitely. Regular check-ins with your suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
And do thorough quality checks.
Makes sense.
To make sure everything meets your expectations.
All right, so we've navigated production,
Yep,
dodged the pitfalls,
Hopefully.
and now we've got a truckload of shiny new PS materials.
Ready to go?
Time to unleash them on the world, right?
Hold on.
What, there's more?
We still have to think about installation.
Installation, I thought that was the easy part.
It's more than just putting up a sign.
Oh, okay.
Placement is super important.
Right, the shop of persuasion.
Exactly. You got to consider traffic flow.
Traffic flow.
How people move through the store.
Oh, like where they walk.
Yeah, also the layout of the store, even the lighting.
So we're like choreographing their movements.
Kinda, yeah. You want to guide their eyes to the right spot.
Subtly leading them to those impulse buys.
Say,
This is getting complex.
That retail is a science.
So any tips for a smooth installation?
Chiming is key.
Okay.
You don't want to install a huge display during peak hours.
Right, that'd be chaos.
You got to coordinate with the store,
Mhm.
make sure you have the right equipment,
Got it.
and try to minimize disruption to shoppers.
So a delicate dance.
You could say that.
All right, installation complete, displays are up,
Looking good.
shoppers are flowing through our carefully designed experience.
Mm-hmm.
We could just relax now, right?
Not quite.
More steps?
There's still data analysis.
Oh, right, step 7.
You can't just rely on intuition. You
Yeah.
need data to tell you what's working.
So we become data detectives,
Haha, exactly.
looking for clues.
Retailers track everything.
Like what?
Which items are selling, how people are reacting to displays,
Okay.
even how long they look at something.
Wow, they really are watching our every move.
Data is everything these days.
So how do we use this data to improve our shop of persuasion?
Think of it like an experiment.
Okay.
You have your POS strategy,
Right.
and the data tells you if it's working.
Like if a display isn't driving sales,
Exactly.
what then?
You might need to change its placement.
Okay.
Or the message, maybe even the product itself.
So we use the data to refine our strategy.
It's a continuous process.
Always adapting.
Yep, the data takes the guesswork out.
Makes it more scientific.
Exactly.
Right. Data analysis, check,
Yeah.
covered design, psychology.
Pause there.
But there's one big thing we haven't talked about.
What's that?
Sustainability.
Ah, yes, very important.
It's not enough to just be persuasive.
Right.
We also need to be responsible.
Exactly.
So how do we make our shop of persuasion eco-friendly?
Well, it starts with making conscious choices.
Like what?
The materials you use,
Mhm.
the suppliers you work with,
Okay.
and think about what happens to the materials after they're used.
So like using recycled material.
Exactly.
Or displays that could be reused.
Yep.
What about the suppliers themselves?
Choose suppliers with sustainable practices.
Okay.
Minimize waste during production.
Got it.
Even think about transportation.
So many factors,
Sustainability is complex.
but important.
Absolutely. And it's not just about being good.
Right.
It's good for business, too.
Oh, how so?
People care about the environment.
Yeah, more and more these days.
They're more likely to support sustainable businesses.
It's a win-win.
Exact.
We get great displays without harming the planet.
And consumers feel good about their purchases.
Perfect.
Sustainability should be part of every step.
From start to finish.
Yep.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From planning to data, the whole POS process.
The journey.
It really is. And I have to say,
Yeah.
my whole view of those displays has changed.
In what way?
Yeah, it's like I've been walking through this illusion,
Right.
completely clueless about all the strategy behind it.
Right.
But now, after this deep dive, I feel like
What you feel like?
I can see through the matrix.
Haha, the matrix of POS.
Exactly, like Neo.
Dodging those impulse buys?
Yep, no more falling for their tricks.
That's the power of knowledge.
So next time I see a bright, shiny display,
Yeah.
I'm going to stop and think,
Ask yourself.
am I really buying this because I need it?
Good question.
Or am I being manipulated?
By the Pazzo masters.
Exactly. Got to be a conscious consumer.
Make informed decisions.
Not just buy stuff because it looks pretty.
Or because there's a limited time offer.
Yep. No more falling for that.
Proud of you.
But, it makes me wonder,
What's that?
could we use these tactics for good?
Interesting question.
Like, what if we use POS to promote healthy choices?
Oh, I like that.
Or sustainable products?
That's actually a thing.
It is?
It's called positive POS.
Oh, wow.
Using those same tactics to encourage good behavior.
So instead of that giant bag of chips,
Right.
maybe a display for organic fruit.
Exactly. Nudging people in the right direction.
Like a Jedi mind trick, but for good.
Haha, I like that analogy.
So POS isn't inherently bad.
No,
It's all about how you use it.
it's a tool.
A powerful tool.
We get to decide
Consumers and businesses.
how to wield that power.
Well said.
Thank you.
This deep dive has been eye-opening.
Glad to hear it.
I don't think I'll ever look at a store the same way again.
Haha, you'll be seeing POS everywhere.
Analyzing every display.
Resisting their powers.
Exact.
A true POS master.
And hey, if any of our listeners
Yeah.
have seen any clever POS tactics out there,
Mm-hmm.
send us your stories, your photos.
We want to hear about it.
We're always on the lookout for new
For
examples
persuasive design.
and psychological trickery.
It's a fascinating world out there.
It really is. So until next time,
Happy shopping, everyone.
and may the pause force be with you.